So I think I'm connected. Let's see here. Mute that. All right. All right. So I'm muted there. Okay. Hi, everyone. Hi. How is everyone? And now I'm muted there. Okay. Hey. I know I didn't give much of a notice for tonight's stream. I wasn't even going to stream, but I want to get started on showing these things that I've been collecting. So, because it probably going to be few few streams really to cover much of it. So we're going to cover some of it tonight. All right. Oh, that tastes pretty good. Anyone ever try these? Like I had one that when they first came out, I'm like, oh wow, that's really good. Then I had a second one. I'm like, what? That tastes like shit. So but when I had the second one, I went out and I bought like a whole like 24 pack of them. So I got a whole fridge of them. They go great with apple juice, though. Like great. So that's what I'm drinking now. Just to get rid of them. Yes, I'm feeling much better. I sound like I'm not. I sound like shit, but it's how when you get to the end of like a chest cold or whatever, your voice starts to go, but you feel like a lot better, but you just sound worse than you feel. So that's where I'm at. Yep. Hey, Kara. Hey, country girl Brenda. Hi, Kimberly Ann. Hi, Sunny D. Hi, Autistic Shill. Hi, Steffi. How is everyone tonight? So, I'm streaming so late tonight because I had the day off today. So my son and I, we went out and we did canal stuff. We kind of turned into canal enthusiasts here in upstate New York. So today we went out to the Schoharie Crossing Heritage Park or State Park. I'm not quite sure the official title that it has, but it's Schoharie Crossing. It's right up towards Albany, Amsterdam actually. And they over the Schoharie Creek, there used to be an aqueduct for the Erie Canal. Most of it has pretty much eroded away, fallen away, and it's gone. But there's a really big, huge chunk of it that's still way out into the creek. And so we went out there, we checked that out. And then on our way back, we stopped at in Canajoharie, New York. There's this park called Wintergreen Park, and they have like these really big waterfalls, or a really big waterfall in the creek. And like when I was a teenager, like we used to go out there and I used to jump off that waterfall. I was looking down at that waterfall and I'm like, I can't believe I ever did anything so stupid. Holy shit. But it was kind of cool to show it to my son. So, and now I'm home. Oh, and when I got home tonight, I listened to Maki Media's new parody video with about nonsense with the song Firestarter. And there could be a music video coming out for that real soon, like over the next day or two. We'll see. Maybe. I don't know. I may have started it. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway. So yeah. Oh, you're already done for the count under the influence. Yay. Had a girl. Had a girl. All right. So now much like I'm sure a lot of people, I've just been thinking here and there about Katie's family and what she's doing to them. And it seems like every post that she makes about this, like kind of backing or trying to lend some sort of examples of support or something, supportive examples rather, as to why she's making the claims she's making. It makes her look worse, I think. I don't know. It's just she's explaining like sibling rivalry. She's explaining teasing and some sibling roughhousing. I mean, that's what she's explaining. And she's acting like her family essayed her or something. I don't, it's the strangest fucking thing. Strangest fucking thing. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, but I got to thinking though, like, much like we were talking the other night or last night, whatever night it was, like what brought this on? Like something had to have happened. And I still think that that's the case. I really do. But I got to thinking about, though, that this isn't the only time Katie's done some shit like this. And I don't mean like shit like made crazy claims against someone, although she has done that often. What I mean is taken her platform and her job, her profession, as whether she wants to call herself an advocate one day or an investigative journalist or a reporter or whatever. But she's taking that and she's making it serve her. And I don't mean like in a financial way. I mean serve her. Like it's fulfilling some emptiness inside of her, and she's using it to make it all about her. She's inserting herself into the stories of these things that she's been reporting on, and she's making herself like the ultimate fucking victim here. And sh- and she's placing everyone who's probably ever wronged her as a villain. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole vendetta thing or villain thing or what she's mad about. I want to just point out how she has always inserted herself into the story, like more than people realize. And I haven't gone out and grabbed examples of everything that we made that was on the list that I put together the other night. This is just what I was able to do in a couple hours today. Just today, a couple of hours. That's all the time I've spent on this. And this is what I came up with. I mean, like, it's a lot of shit. But anyway, so let's get going. We're going to start with, I'm just going to go right in order. I mean, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, wait, so that's 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 10. It's not good. It can't be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 25. I was going to say 50 is not right. Okay, 27 folders in my drive with files in them. And each folder has a name on it because now the list that we made the other night had like LB on it and Steve on it. But here's the thing. These were people that she personally interacted with and before she ever reported or talked about them really. Like I don't want to include that. I wanted to show how she's talked about strangers basically in a professional way and then inserted herself into their story. Whatever it was she was reporting on them about, she made it her story. She made her the center of attention, the center of the main subject, whatever, the leading lady, if you will. I just called her a lady, didn't I? Fuck. All right, I'm just gonna get going. So, anyways, we're gonna start with Tati. I don't know why, but that her folder's the first one, so that's where we're gonna go. And now there's not a whole lot of screenshots in each of these folders. This is just what I was able to find in just a couple of hours. Okay? That's it. Now we all know that she's talked about Tati for quite a bit. And she's reported on Tati to the point where she's tried to find her birth certificate, her parents, her father's birth certificate or something. I don't know. Marriage certificate. And then she looked into Tati's husband. And she pulled up, somehow she was able to get her hands on some, like, buried in the basement, like, literally, okay? I don't mean, like, just buried somewhere online. This wasn't even online. This was, like, buried in the basement somewhere in Hawaii. This court case or whatever, this civil court case between he and his family. She was able to pull that up, okay? Like, that's how far she took it. But upon doing so and receiving a few cease and desist, well, she got mad, like Tati was like dissing her, like rejecting her, if you will. So Katie had to go like fucking triple down on her nonsense. All right. And do that. All right, so first one we have, I don't think there's a date on this. Oh no, there is, May 15, 2020. So, and this is before Tati sued her. Right. She's a big girl. Oops. I just get this feeling I'm going to take more heat for this. She already tried to get me to remove the content, but I refused because everything was public record. Now we have. I have no doubt she'll somehow point the finger at me, whether directly or indirectly. I was talking with sources and they think something is coming because she's been too quiet and they think Jeffree Star, will use my articles against her as a way to convince people not to believe her. Now she's involved in this, because now the finger's going to be pointed at her. And Jeffrey, the other figure in this massive story, is going to use Katie Joy to get at the other one. I mean, this is all about her now, right? I mean, come on. Then we have Tati Westbrook has sent me this is July 3rd, 2019. Tati Westbrook has sent me 3 cease and desist letters to silence me. I've not covered her in weeks. Then this week, she uploads this photo with a crystal ball, me, and God, that's not okay. Large influencers threatening small channels and journalists is not okay. Okay, if you really truly believe that that's what she was doing, then why you're worried about this from a channel standpoint or a journalistic standpoint? I'd be like, yo, why is someone threatening my life? Not like threatening me as a journalist. That just sounds weird for me to say. I mean, come on. Okay, so and what she's talking about here is Tati Westbrook put a post or a tweet up. Okay, so technically retrograde doesn't start until like the 7th, but we are in the shadows, which sounds emotional and terrible. She's talking about astrology, right? Not astronomy. Yeah, astrology. I get the two confused. Astrology, which is kind of like new age, like crystal ball shit. Hence the crystal ball, probably. And then, but we're in the shadows, which sounds emotional and terrible. And then she's just like, you know what, fuck it, and then just says, this, first of all, that's a water gun, okay? But I digress. It sounds like she doesn't like retrograde. That's what it sounds like. Not that she doesn't like Katie Joy, but she doesn't, probably. Can't really blame her. Next, we have Tati Westbrook. June 16th. Tati Westbrook is trying to silence me and is using her power, influence, and fat bank account to keep her past off the web. I will not be silenced. Now, her coverage, her job here is put her so much into the middle of it that someone's trying to take her voice away. Go away. Go away. Okay. Last one for Tati, I think. I don't know the date on this, but James Charles, Tati lied to you and you were used by them to intimidate me to remove videos about them. They were never going to sue me. They were hiding their fraud from investors. Jeffrey isn't the mastermind. Tati hung you out to dry all by herself. It's crazy, right? Okay. We're going to go into the next folder. This, I think, is the Ashley, maybe. I'm not positive. But it's either Ashley Siren or the Ashley, or are they the same person? I don't think they are, though. Anyway, I could be wrong. So in this post here, she says, Ashley, I called you out last year. I had a very small platform. Nick Snyder gathered all of you up on Twitter, and all of you went after me and mocked me. I knew you were being paid because it's all about Katie. Like, these people are being paid to come at Katie. It was so obvious. This was a smear campaign. All of you bullied anyone that called you out. This choice is beyond James Charles. It's something how you treated other creators that called you out on your shit. Then all of your fans after, and I didn't get the rest of it apparently. So next we have 8 passengers. I don't really know who they are, but I know that she's talked about them before. So we have, at least I think this is about 8 passengers. It's either that are they the Rodriguez family or something? Because I think here she's coming at one of the Rodriguez kids or something. Or no, maybe it wasn't Rodriguez. I don't know. One of those types of families kids who was posting like, I don't know, yeah, kind of like pro Castro rhetoric. At least definitely not anti Castro rhetoric. Fidel Castro, that is. So she says, of course, I'm so sorry your family has faced such hardship. My bachelor's degree is in Spanish Lit and American culture. During my senior year, I worked with displaced immigrant women from dictatorships in Central America. Their stories were awful. So she knows all about growing up in Cuba, all about it, because she lived it while working on her bachelor's degrees in Spain, talking to people. She was struggling through communist Cuba. Her stories were awful. Okay, now I have a degree in Spanish Latin American culture. I turned that back on, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. I lived in Spain, a country that was a dictatorship under Franco. I lived there and learned the aftermath about what these leaders do to their people. I interned and worked with women who fled dictators, guerrilla warfare, and the drug cartels in Central and South America. I've spent my entire adult life understanding their culture, not some state BS as you claim. Your tone and arrogance is astounding, given that people in this thread lost family to Castro's regime, lost their homes, lost their friends, have lived in Cuba with nothing under his control. He is not a hero. You are about as woke as a QAnon person that believes elite pedos are murdering babies. Then we have, I think Ruby Frank is definitely with 8 passengers, right? Ruby Frank sent me a cease and desist for my video discussing Chad losing his bedroom and sleeping on the floor, which he said on the video. So I'm not sure how this works. Good luck with that, Ruby. Now this is her job, remember? This is her professional channel. She's an investigative journalist, y'all. And here she is picking a fight with one of the people she talks about or covers in her journalism. Oh, I thought you said a Google. Okay. So that's it for 8 passengers now. I just put it in there quickly as 8 passengers. I'm not sure if it is. But moving on. Now we have Amber Portwood. There's quite a bit in this one. Well, no, actually, no, there isn't. There's only a few. I thought I had more than that. I know I have a lot of videos, anyways. So here we have, go here. They could talking about MTV. They could mention me, but then would have to reach out to me. So, they would kill their Amber as a victim storyline. Amber Portwood allegedly threatens YouTuber. Probation officer alerted. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar, Amber Portwood was on Teen Mom. I don't know if it was Teen Mom or Teen Mom 2. It was one or the other. And apparently, Katie didn't like her. So Katie talked a lot of shit about her. Amber Portwood talked a lot of shit about Katie. Understandably so. And then Katie Joy ended up getting the Amber Portwood audio files or whatever, which was basically...
Steve McRae.
Steve, what are you doing? Sorry, Steve was calling me. Sorry, I'm live. Okay, so Amber or Katie got the audio files or whatever, and what was depicted in the audio files was a big fight between Amber and her boyfriend at the time or whatever, and a machete was involved. I know, and a door got murdered or something, but I think. But anyways, Katie had the audio clips and posted them or played some of them or then gave some to TMZ or some shit. But as a result, though, I think of Amber's actions that night with the machete in the door, she met some legal issues as a result of it. But she ended up with, I think it was probation, or she was out on probation or parole, one or the other. And then Katie was running her mouth again, and then Amber went on an Instagram live and just told Katie, listen, man, I know how much you made off of those clips. It was a lot of money for you, not for me, but for you, it was a lot of money. And she's like, I think you just bit off more than you can chew here, and I think maybe you just need to step back because you got some shit coming your way down the pipeline, sort of thing. And Amber starts to then say, made a comment about like, we know your business address, we know your address, and then Amber kind of caught herself. She says, it's for legal reasons. You got something coming out to you, basically like if she was going to get served or whatever. Amber made that perfectly clear that that's what she meant. But then Katie went and did all these streams saying, she threatened my life. She said she's going to hop on she's going to hop on a plane and come here and confront me or whatever. So Katie then contacted Amber's probation, whatever officer, or no, the DA, contacted the DA and tried to get it revoked on Amber and throw him back and put in jail or whatever, because Amber let it slip that Katie was going to be getting served with legal papers. But, that's not what happened though, Katie. She inserted herself. She inserted herself by getting these audio clips. Well, I mean, I guess you could say that there was reporting, but when the man gives this damning evidence to the one person who talks shit about their woman to the point where their woman really fucking despises that person, I'm going to say Katie kind of inserted herself into something there. That's all I'm going to say. So then this gets posted or whatever. Why did I fucking hate this? And Katie says, well, that's on the MTV. Hey, I'm the YouTuber, but guess I would kill MTV to actually credit me. What do you want credit for? For being threatened? You want the credit for that? But allegedly? It's crazy. Anyway, someone asked, what did she threaten you with? To fly to my house and find me. She never said a fucking thing about flying anywhere or finding her. It's crazy. Yeah, there was nothing alleged with, I'm going to get on a plane and find you. Yeah, except for the fact that she didn't say that. So you'd have to say she allegedly say that, right? Then Amber did tell her trolls to go after me in an indirect way in the fall. She said in an indirect way to come after me online last fall. I finished my stream today about today's rant earlier by Amber. The income she said I made off her is not factual. My son's Medicaid or benefits are not any of your concerns and are income-based, which we pay a monthly deductible. Keep trying, though. I know my son is a home therapy. Oh, okay. Oh, and this was posted by without any crystal balls, but I thought that this was important. Important to know, in my opinion, many of those specific incidents are examples from Katie Joy Paulson's patterns of problematic behavior. She's repeatedly tried to weaponize cancel culture against this account, Amber Portwood, to the point of trying to get her probation revoked and others. So there's, now mind you, there's just a couple of hours of searching, and there's a lot more. But that's it for Amber. Okay, this might be a bit of a stretch on my part, I'll admit. But she says that she's an advocate and everything for the LGBTQ plus, and she says so because she's a part of it, allegedly. But her claim to being a part of it there is, by her own admission, is that she's never really dated anyone, but she thinks women are pretty, or she finds them to be attractive. And okay, that's fine. But she's been living for like what, 15 years or something, or 10 years, 12 years or something, in a monogamous heterosexual marriage. So I'm going to say that she's inserting herself into a subject or content that she reports on or talks about, whatever. So here, there's just a couple screenshots though. Wait a minute. Come on. Here we go. Oh, this is about her pride flag when the cops came and shit because of the dispute with her neighbors over it. They were already here. They said it's a hate crime to target anyone or flag that represents the LGBTQ. I can't really believe this is happening. Apparently, reporting on reality TV and sharing commentary on it equals my neighbors targeting us for 7 years because karma. Then she writes, the truth comes out. Our neighbor finally admitted he doesn't like us because we have a pride flag outside our house. So today, he not only was homophobic, but then threatened to again shoot our dogs and us. Mm-hmm. That's how she talks about the LGBTQ+. I mean, this is what she does. She makes it all about her. Now we have... I'm going to do one more and then I'm going to check comments there. Kale Lowry. I actually found a lot on this. Let me check chat real quick. Sorry, I keep coughing. I know it's gotta be annoying. Angels Among Us 95. Hi Sue Elliott. Hey Terry C. Big Girl Brenda, what's up? Kimberly Ann. Hi. Hi Elizabeth. Hi Steve. Hey Rhonda. Hey Unleashed Extreme, what's up? Good morning from the UK. Oh yeah, it is morning there. You're up early. Hey Sunny D. Hey Leah. Okay, I don't see my name tagged other than to say hi. So let's carry on. So here for this first one, I like it better like that. We have, now remember, Kale Lowry was, I think she was on one of the Teen Moms also, I think, or something, or 16 and Pregnant, or one or the other. So this was a reality TV show star that Katie was reporting on in a professional, way. This is someone who she became familiar with or came to know as a reality show star or whatever. This wasn't someone she knew on a personal level or someone she was friends with. This was someone she talked about on her channel for profit when discussing the show that this person was on. So here she writes, Kale Lowry, stop being a bully. Resorting to name calling isn't a sign of intelligence. I'm not saying she bullied me. This is what she does on Twitter and Instagram. She engages only in negativity and yells at people, which then sends her rabid fans after people. I was just her target for fun today. Now, one time, okay, so backstory in this. Something about the secret stairs or some shit like that, some Netflix show or something. Kale put a post up about it saying, oh, it's so obvious that whatever is the guilty party or some shit. Well, Katie saw that and knew that Kale is kind of, well, someone who spreads like a lot of anti-vax rhetoric. And for that regard, I have to kind of agree with Katie that, yeah, it's fucked up. But I mean, that's not, Katie was using that as a way to just hate at her. Let's be honest. So Katie saw that Kale made a post saying something was obvious because of evidence in the show. So Katie then jumped all on that shit and said, well, yeah, it is obvious. It's also obvious that the MMR vaccine does not cause autism or some shit like that. And came at her that way. And And so, she came back at Katie with something like, yeah, well, people think you're credible, so I guess we're all idiots or some shit like that. And Katie got fucking heated about the whole, like, what do you mean I'm not credible? How fucking dare you say I'm not credible? So, and then I guess some people who were watching this started calling Katie crusty balls. This is funny to talk about. It really is. But anyway, now one time in my communication with her, was I mean or rude? I did not call her names, but she laughed at people calling me crusty balls. I've never called her names on my channel and have defended her repeated attack on fans. Today, I'm done with it. I don't have a date on that. And still going on about this. Kayla Lowry responds to someone calling me crusty balls, all because I commented about vaccines on her tweet. I can't with this. At no point was I rude, nor did I call her names. Okay. This is a good first step, but when will you apologize for the hate for autism your fear base? Okay. So down here, Kayla Lowry, I would love to educate you about autism. So you stop spreading this false narrative about autism. My child is not a vaccine injury. And anti-vax literature and documentaries falsely claim of a vaccine autism connection, which for granted, all that is true. Yes, technically true. But no one was coming for her child. No one said that about her child. Nobody fucking said a word about her child. But she's making it all about her. She's inserting herself and her child into this and trying to make it look like people are coming for her and her child over lies. Then, I'm saying this out of concern for the safety of everyone. My child is autistic, and it's not because of vaccines at Kayla Lowry. I'm no fangirl. I'm a mom that wants people to vaccinate to protect my medically fragile son. I'm stating that it's obvious that his wife did not follow the talking about the show, that she was pushed. It's also obvious that vaccines don't cause autism. I'm not reaching, nor did I expect her to even reply. Then why even tweet it? I mean, I get not expecting her to reply, but you if you tweet at someone and they reply, you have to at least not be surprised by it. Maybe be like, oh, okay, pleasantly surprised maybe, but like to act like, where did this reply come from? Why am I getting a reply? I should not be getting a reply. That reply seems out of place here. You know what I mean? Please stay safe. Also, please reconsider your position on this very important topic for the safety and well-being of medically fragile children like mine. And then, okay. This is so annoying. I hate this. Okay. My son was not able to be vaccinated on time due to his life-threatening disease that nearly killed him. Today, or due to the delay, he contracted whooping cough. You better believe I speak out about vaccinating. I have to say I caught whooping cough in my 30s, and it sucked. Oh my God, it sucked. Like, I started to develop ab muscles. So I didn't even know what it was. I had no clue until like it was already like toward the end of it or whatever. Like I've been coughing for like a month. So bet your ass I stay up to date on that vaccine though. Hypocrite and liar, that is name calling because there's no evidence for your statements. I didn't come at her about anything. I told her that her belief that vaccines cause autism and cancer is unfounded. It's not coming at anyone. Yeah, it is. It's an understandable reason, I think, but it's still coming at someone. I can't figure out why today she even responded to me. I've never once gotten a response from her before. I've emailed her business, used contacts to reach her for comments on stories. But today on Twitter, she decides to respond to me because I stood up for medically fragile kids everywhere. I stood up for all the kids. All the kids. I don't know what the not true part is, but okay. This was April 2020. I rarely use my platform to speak about or advocate for medically fragile children anymore. But today I took a minute to point out to Kale that vaccines don't cause autism, a fact that has been settled in the medical world. She turned around to mock my credibility, not my point. Now, one time in my communication with her, was I mean or rude? I did not call her names, but she laughed at people calling me crusty balls. I've never called her names on my channel. Oh, wait, I think I already read that. What? It's my life. My son's medical conditions are an anomaly, and nothing known caused it. It just happened. No, they don't have any proof, nor is my son's illness at all related to drugs or alcohol. I did not drink during my pregnancy. So, all right, that's it for this fella. All right, Lowry, I mean. Okay, and so I know that there's more on Nick Snyder. At least I think. Wait, is this the Nick? This might be a different Nick. I don't know. Now that I think about it, I'm going to read it anyways. So it says, "No, I'm not a bully. Nick is going after a tiny channel to deflect from his choices. He's angry that Malibu had the audacity to call him on his shit. And now he's taking it out on a tiny channel and finding anything I say to bash and send his hive after me. That's a bully. No, you know what's fucked up? Nick using his time and energy to destroy people. When his house is littered with debris, he's a bully." My Wi-Fi bar is going again. Not open. Sorry, my computer lost its place there. Okay. Jill Epperly. Was that the Jilly Juice lady? I think. That's kind of what I'm classifying her as. These as, anyways. Now, again, Jillian Epperly, assuming that this is in fact Jilly Juice, was someone known in the anti-vax community or whatever, is pushing some stupid cabbage fucking diet or something. I don't know. It's ridiculous. But it was actually causing some people harm, but she wasn't profiting off of it, so she wasn't breaking any laws, I guess, technically. Katie then posted, "In the past 24 hours, Jillian has made at least 4 videos about me, displayed my phone number on her Facebook, called me, sent her trolls after me, reported me to the Attorney General, Better Business Bureau, and whoever else. I need a restraining order." And the next one says, if it pulls up, "Nothing like waiting on hold to talk to the Ohio Attorney General. Love spending my day dealing with trolls." That's why I think it was about that is Jilly Juice, because I believe she lives in Ohio. So after that we have Teen Mom. And Teen Mom is broken up into different categories or by person for the most part, but this is about Teen Mom in general, I think. It says, wait, am I showing? No, I'm not. So it says, "A Twitter troll doxing me and harassing the teen mom world. Shame on all of you troll and faceless accounts harassing me. My address and home records are not your entertainment. You laugh and mock my sources, yet forget I've interviewed many of the cast of the show. You are all so obsessed with that bullying as a sport." Now she's coming at, I guess, the supporters of the show. Like, that can't end well. Okay, there. All right, where was I? Teen Mom. Oh, yeah, Matt Bear. All right, so here we have Matt Bear. Now, if for those who don't know Matt Bear, this is someone who was dating Amber Portwood before she hooked up with the person who got her, who did the audio files or whatever. So Katie was like seemingly like totally infatuated with Matt. In fact, that she got so mad that when Matt talked or gave an interview with LB, that she went on stream to bitch about it, and she started whining how Matt was her friend first. So whenever anyone in the community says, "But he was my friend first," or whatever, that's where this is coming from. So then she writes, Matt Bear reached out to me to purposely discredit me. He wanted to prove to Amber that he was loyal. He lied about so many things. Part of me wonders if Amber Portwood sent him to my channel to do her dirty work. If you're sitting there questioning or wondering if the people you cover and talk about are forming conspiracies to get you to stop talking about them, perhaps it's not them, but it could be you. I don't know. Next we have. Want to know who created the screenshot? Oh yeah, the screenshots. The infamous screenshots between Steve, LB, and someone else. I don't know. Want to know who created the screenshots? Look no further than Matt Bear. He always told me no one can control the internet better than me. He suggested we make up. We make up? Oh, we make up. Okay. The next day, they come out after I expose him for sending nudes to my subs and asking my mod for $2,000. Stop. All right. Oh. I don't know all the folders I have in there, so we're just going to keep them covered for now. Matt Bear. Janelle. Now, Janelle Easton was also on one of the Teen Mom shows, but what was really kind of, I don't know, upsetting about Katie talking about her is that she befriended Janelle for a time. And I guess Janelle's ex at the time was someone who was allegedly possibly abusive to her. So Janelle kind of confided in Katie when they were talking through DMs. And then when Katie was unhappy with Janelle not long after that, Katie then put all of those DMs right on blast, including the ones where Janelle was maybe not saying quite so nice things about her allegedly abusive ex there. And it seemed to be kind of just the exact opposite thing you would do if you considered yourself an advocate for victims. Anyway. Okay. PB and Janelle, that's Janelle. The troll you responded to that mom shamed you has been harassing me. DM me. I will tell you more. Janelle Evans. Wait, is that it's the same one, right? Is that a different Janelle? I probably should know these teen people better. Stop begging me to be your friend. Katie says, no one wants to be your friend. I tried to help you when you told me that your husband was abusing you and the kids. Stop being a bully. Great, now you just outed that. Atta girl. Stop chasing clout because you want to stay relevant. She's not wrong. Janelle's not wrong. I'm just going to say it. Pat Mikkel, yeah. Girl, you have no clout to give. My videos on you don't. I don't know where that continues on to. My videos on you don't even perform well. I'm calling out your bullshit. Always the victim attitude. Stop acting like your husband isn't a dangerous abuser and that people had no right to be worried about your kids. I swear, the public cares more about your safety than you do. This is an investigative journalist, yo. Here we go. Now, yeah, this is interesting. Janelle Evans threatened Grace Report after she reported facts about the court document Janelle posted on YouTube. Janelle accused Grace of spreading misinformation and threatened to shut down her channel. She doesn't realize YouTube isn't MTV and subs don't play with that shit. Sure they do. What Janelle threatened to Grace Report, I don't know. You don't threaten to shut down a creator for sharing an opinion or stating facts you don't like. It's called unsubscribe or ignore. Okay, let me go there. Is that the last one there? Yes, it was. Oh, I never even turned it on. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Okay. Here, I'm just going to, so you guys can see these. So here we go. It's the last one I read. And this one. That one. And that one. Okay. Next we have okay. Now this coverage, this story, this reporting of hers, I just want to point out, originally started about Shane Dawson. This is how much she inserted herself into the discussion of Shane Dawson and whatnot. So here we have, you all accused me of lying. That's a big, long story. I'm not going to get into it, really. It's too much as hell, but she did not vet something that another creator said, and she ran with it, and then she doubled down on it, and it turned out to be kind of bullshit. You all accuse me of lying, yet there is a Sergeant Dave Payne. He is not retired, and they are accepting tips. You all labeled me a liar and then attacked me with your trolls who called me a bitch, simp, and told me to die. I just went on to Unirock too to clarify what happened last night and why I did not speak to Augie last night. I will never work with a creator that comes at me aggressive and demands I go on their channel when I would go or when I would not go on. His trolls relentlessly attacked me. I'm not sure what this is an apology for, but I thought that it was interesting. Today I can't win. I've been honest. I apologized yesterday. I said I made a mistake putting out the tweet. I don't know what the hell you want from me. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I'll do better. You shared misinformation without verifying it. You refused to take accountability. You made a video not actually apologizing, rather throwing Saunders Kennedy under the bus. Further separated yourself by posting a series of misinformation from Saunders Kennedy. I almost wonder if she and Saunders Kennedy kind of talked beforehand and they agreed to like tag team that info. And then when shit didn't go the way she expected it to, she kind of threw him under the bus. I don't know if that's what happened, but it wouldn't surprise me. Take responsibility. You are a grown woman. Not true. I apologize. See. All right. I think we're going to just do 3 more so that way I can say I'm about halfway done. I'm just looking at what I don't know which ones I want to do. So I'll just keep going in order. All right. So here we have Angelica. Okay. I hesitated about including her because she's a content creator and Katie didn't really talk about her much. But Yeah, I think I'm going to skip over that one for now. All right. So we have the next one. Micah Stauffer. Now, I obviously don't agree with the shit that happened with Micah and her adopted son and all that shit, obviously, but I'm going to say this again for the umpteenth time. Katie covered the anti-vax community. Far too often, we would come across stories of anti-vax parents being at their wits' end because they're listening to these charlatans and everything about how to treat their autistic children, and nothing's working, and they're at their wits' end, and they end up doing something stupid, like, or they'll end up neglecting their kid or just being abusive, or God forbid, unalive them. Now, there's been countless times that myself, and I know Katie too, has come across these articles, and we've all said it. Why didn't they just give the kid up for adoption? Or just get away, just keep the kid okay, And then Katie comes across a story of an adoptive parent who did just that, who knew she took on more than she could handle, and as fucked up as it is, I completely agree. She did not do the thing that a lot of other people sadly do, and that's allow or ignore the kid or allow the kid to get harmed or to harm the kid herself. Instead, she said, I can't do this. I'm sorry, but I can't do this. And she made sure that the kid was okay. I'm not saying she deserves accolades or credit or any shit like that. Absolutely not. I'm not saying that. But I'm not going to sit here and make someone feel bad for doing the very fucking thing that I've always found myself asking people to do instead of the alternative. That's all I'm saying. Katie felt differently, apparently. Don't you dare make a boy with severe disabilities that you knew about before you adopted the monster. You are a disgrace. You are turning a child with a disability into the monster. The only monster is you. You have never loved that boy. Huxley is smart. He rejected you the minute he met you because he knew you were fake. Don't underestimate his intelligence. He knew you were fake, and it's why he went to James. James was the only one who cares for the kids. You are a disgrace to all mothers. Now Huxley has been rehomed through some back alley trafficking. Gross. I hope you lose everything that you made exploiting that child for views. Yeah, this was a content creator, mind you. Stop it. Why do you keep doing this? Oh my God. Why are these photos still on your Instagram, Micah? Where's Huxley? Did you black market rehome him with no regulation? The state of Ohio doesn't have him. We should trust your hand-selected pick because you are so trustworthy. What about your RN claims? Lies. I'm so done with your lies. Where is Huxley? Stop saying he was violent. He was 4. If he was doing scary things, that's on you. He's 4. As a mother of a child with a neurological disorder and autism, shame on you. You profited off of his disability, refused to accept him, treated him differently, made likely millions of dollars, and now you peace out? You aren't the victim here. A 4-year-old that does scary things isn't the fault of the 4-year-old. And she may be technically right with a lot of shit she's saying. I'm not even mocking that, but it's the whole, I don't know, it's the whole dragging her kid into it and everything. And it's I don't know. I just feel like that's her making it about her, about how she never did the things Micah did. Like she stepped up to the plate or whatever. Like, I don't know. My child has autism and medical conditions. It's not easy. And it's taken patience, hard work, and lots of love. But I've never given up on him. I don't remind people in every blog post because I'm not a narcissist like Micah. I will never throw him away because it's hard. Of course, I'm outraged. As a mother of a child on the spectrum, Huxley was exploited before they ever met him. They put out personal and private details that never needed to be public for public all for views. That may be the case. I don't know. Okay. Same one. All right, we'll do one more. Because I'm starting to get tired now all of a sudden. I don't even know why. I was wide awake a few minutes ago. And okay, this is Jeffree Star. And there's definitely more on Jeffree Star, but this is one I found today. And she says, interesting read on narcissistic abuse. Makes me wonder about Jeffree Star's friends and why they are afraid to speak out. I also wonder what his ex-boyfriend might say about him. So, and then says, Katie, please remember you are a YouTuber. It's one thing to point out someone's wrongdoing, flaws, but it's another thing to be diagnosing, labeling someone whom you don't know personally. His ex has never said anything publicly, so please, until he does, it's just speculation and rumors. Katie then says, where did I diagnose him? It just sounds similar to what his friends have said. Are you sticking up for him? I'm curious. I will not stand by a YouTuber using their platform to harass people, use racial slurs, and intimidate people who speak out against them. All right, maybe one more. And we have... We'll do this one. I think. Okay, so here's about Danielle Cohen. She, I don't know. I don't understand why anyone of Katie's age, content creator or otherwise, is going to want to talk about a 14-year-old in such way, I don't know. It feels fucking dirty to me. I'll be honest. Anyway. Is my hair sticking up? I think it is. Okay, so we're going to go with the other one first. Okay. She says, Jen is responding to me pretending to be Danielle right now. Not sure what fame Virginia gets by outing alleged CA. She isn't making money here. Doesn't have social media and social clout or whatever. Next one, though, says, this is Rich mad. I'm reporting on Danielle Cohen's mother, then calls me neglectful. I can't even. What's she going to report me for? Raising an awesome kid that has amazing support, loving parents, amazing doctors, wonderful nurses, and awesome team that helps us help him thrive? Or will she report all the coloring, Play-Doh, sculpting, soccer, yada, yada? We have mandated reporters in our home 60 hours a week. Not one time have we ever been reported for anything because my son is loved on, not abused. Why are you... I mean, if the person wasn't thinking about reporting you beforehand, well, now you put it right in their head. That's crazy. All right, I'm going to check chat and then probably wrap this up. All right. Yeah, sorry. I don't know why it suddenly just hit me. I got so tired. Yeah, this is the thing, Elizabeth. It's always somebody else's fault. But here's the thing, though. I mean, look at any other content creator. Look at LB, for example, okay? Because LB talks about a lot of the same people that Katie does. LB gives updates on the show or what's going on and, the personal love lives or whatever, And yeah, sure, she gives some commentary and her opinion or whatever. But that's it. And if the person doesn't like her opinion, I've heard Katie says some pretty horrible shit about Elle. And sure, there's been times where Elle's clapped back and everything. Who can blame her? But for the most part, she didn't really lower herself from what I saw anyway. So you have someone like that who can talk about these things, even have maybe possibly someone kind of take issue maybe with her. And it's from what I've seen, Elle will just not take it too personally. Katie, though, well, what the fuck is she going to report me for? Oh, but for raising an awesome kid? Well, maybe she should have tried it sometime. Like, that's how it reads to me. Like, what are you doing, man? I mean, was there ever a time when like Barbara Walters found out that like Gorbachev was like talking shit about her behind your back, and then so she went to the airwaves and started just like dragging Gorbachev like through the fucking mud? Was there? That would have been cool to watch. I'll be honest. I kind of wish that happened, but that never happened. But this is a whole new kind of reporter. Not a reporter. This is the bored, middle to maybe slightly upper class suburban middle-aged woman who apparently is missing a lot of shit in her life. It's crazy. And I'm not knocking people who fit that criteria. I myself fit that criteria. Well, I'm probably more middle class than anything, than upper middle class. But the rest of the criteria I kind of meet. I really do. But I don't know. It must be sad to find fulfillment in causing so many people to despise you. Anyway. Oh, wait, what? I didn't know Kale lost her kid. Oh my God, it's horrible. When did that happen? I don't remember. See, I didn't really watch these shows. I don't know. I mean, I liked reality TV. There's been several shows that I really got into, like Flavor of Love. That was like I think my first favorite. Um, Jerseylicious. That was a good show. Amish Mafia. I wish that one would come back, actually. Okay. All right. I'm having a hard time keeping my eyes open. I'm gonna go lay down. But I will be streaming sometime tomorrow. If it's either gonna be mid to late afternoon or late at night, because I have to work until 11. So about 8 months. Oh my God, real oh my God. Oh, it's so horrible. Oh man. Oh, it's it's probably a good thing though Katie didn't acknowledge it or whatever, because she's never really fared well when she's acknowledged loss for other people. In fact, she's ended up making it worse for them, I think. So it's probably a good thing she didn't do anything. But okay, on that note, I'm gonna wrap it up. I will see you guys tomorrow sometime. Don't know what time, but sometime tomorrow. And I want to again thank you to everyone who keeps me updated, who sends me clips, who sends me links and everything. I really appreciate it. I'm just a couple of you who just like almost every day send me stuff, and thank you. Just thank you so much for helping me. And yeah, I appreciate it. So, all right, guys, have a good night. Thank you. Bye.